his
I
breastplate.
didn't even add the sneak attack damage, so
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's add that to this.
another 8 to the crit.
Right, third level rogue.
Yeah, and 3d6.
Oh, when he slapped out the arrow, more blood came out. And then your
And
second arrow just tinked off his breastplate, and then you aimed a little higher, kind of underneath his chin,
for
and
17. Oh
17
my god,
damage.
these guys are a sick combination. These are awesome characters.
The arrow goes up through the soft spot, kind of underneath the jaw, and he actually opens his mouth to scream, but there's just the glint of the arrow in his mouth, like the arrowhead in his mouth, and then blood's pouring out everywhere. 17 damage. He is just taken out in one round a third level fighter. 48 damage brings the fighter to -9. Yep, he falls back, his axe clanging to the ground.
And I guess Junker says, fuck your dog.
Yeah, the dog is still potentially eating his familiar, so he will...
AC 13. Plus AC 20. Let's see what that leaves us.
AC 20 hits.
Plus 4, 3. 12 damage.
That downs the dog.
Okay.
You little rats! Your race is vermin! Come in!
And
Come in!
Sorry, go
rat
ahead.
swarm gets the hell out of there.
Okay, goes scuttling away.
That's right! Flee! Flee for your lives!
There's a tremor of nervousness to the priest's voice as
So,
as these two Nezumi have just butchered his last guard. He assumes his other guards are also dead if you guys are down here. Not that they were the elite of the group. So that was Ghost, Junker, and the Swarm. So yeah, the Swarm could be over a creature, and the two of them can be flanking while in the same square.
that's disgusting.
I thought
awesome.
I thought that combo would have. I thought somebody would appreciate that combo.
That's awesome.
The dog is dying. The priest is, I think, making a run for it. I'm gonna check his movement. What is he wearing for armor? Oh, he came down here armored. He's wearing breastplate under his robes. Okay, that's not gonna work.
That's right! Flee!
He stabs his he stabs his he moves forward to here, avoiding Junker's spear, and will stab his staff into the ground again. And he gets Barnabus. Oh, he just missed the rat swarm. Like, he was trying to scare it away with this, but he gets Barnabus and Chagga with the channel negative energy for 8 damage. The DC is 14. Chagga makes it, so he takes only 4.
Same with Barnabus.
Oh, that was unpleasant. And Junker and Rat, or Junker and Ghost.
Junker and Ghost are next.
No, the negative energy.
Oh yeah, they're. Junker makes it.
Okay.
And Ghost does not.
I think we missed the damage off Ghost these two last time. They're not on their tokens, so.
Ghost took full damage last time, which I think was 7?
Yep, 7 and 3.
7 and 3, yeah. So
And then you can add 4 to those totals.
That's right! Flee from the gods of death! Flee from the might of those who came before! Flee from the terrors that are down here in the hidden crypts!
Leeches, satiated, begin to detach.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are still feeding, like they didn't get their turn yet, but the body is quickly turning white in the water. We still have skeletons. Uh-oh. Los got hit. Not a critical. Got nicked for 1 damage. Okay. And then the other skeleton is still attacking Los.
I got them, don't worry!
Oh. AC 19 is not a confirmation. Ah! Ugh! He's getting tagged a little bit by them. 6 damage. He lost his. They were all kind of. One of them was kind of screwed up, and his timing was off. He will retort against the injured one.
Have at ye!
And there is an Errol Flynn style clinking of blades going on as he's in a desperate sword fight with the skeleton. To be low level. And not just walk through them as you can try to get to the new enemy or the real enemy. Alistair is, I think, withdrawing a little bit. He runs into one of these rooms. Chagga.
Oh, you're not the only one with abilities like that. Excuse me,
He says to Barnabus. He walks away from the skeleton and is going to go up to this guy. The skeleton will get its AOO. I think you could probably use a real weapon as an improvised weapon to do different types of damage. That seems appropriate, like a -4 to like hit with the pommel of your blade kind of thing to do damage. Yeah. Oh, what am I rolling? The AOO from the skeleton. Clink! He just sort of put up his tower shield and it scratched against the tower shield. Chagga's going to use his own channel. Chagga, after all, is a priest. Not a very good priest. But he is a priest.
Oh, I also know how to do this, but it's not the god of death that allows me to do this. It's the god of magic.
There's a less intense field of necromantic energy. He is going to exclude... He has selected channel, and his charisma is 18, so he can exclude 4 people. He's going to exclude Barnabus, Los, Junker, and Ghost.
Cool.
Oh, it hits the rat swarm. All right, let's
do that.
Let's redo his movement.
There we go.
And he'll pick a square to center this on. So yeah, he will not have to exclude Barnabus and Los. However, he is not excluding the attack dog and the Fosterite guard. He does 4 damage. The priest, I believe, makes his save, so he takes 2. Like they're exchanging necromantic slaps. While you're unconscious, you technically can't make will saves, we say, so the dog takes 4 damage, and the Fosterite guard takes 4 damage. You can see as the necromantic energy flows across the tiled floor, the skin of the guard begins to look like it's got black veins that are popping through its skin, and the dog just seems, his teeth start to turn really yellow and then gray. The priest guarded himself against it, kind of threw up his hands like his robes might have blocked some of it. All the torches flutter with the necromantic magic that flows through this place.
Be careful, Chagga Dune! You might awaken things in this crypt. Who knows how many ghoulies are down here? Who knows how many of your forefathers?
What exactly were you doing down here? This does not look like any birthday celebration that I've ever seen.
They're trading quips. The guard is dead and bleeding. Barnabus?
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, what you did there, but I do know how to do this. Magic missile? Big damage?
What do Barnabas's magic missiles look like?
They look like quills.
Awesome. The priest does not have a shield spell or any sort of...
The quill is mightier than the sword, no?
Yep. Yeah, saw that coming. 27. The priest is bloodied by the second magic missile. Ghost and Junker probably also going to bloody the priest.
It's gonna be bad for him.
Is it a step and a step?
A step and a step and a and bad day.
Chagga bristles like he wasn't expecting both of the rats to be right beside him and so close.
Yeah, well, these rats.
You know what they can also do? The guy with the spear can also aid the bow attack.
Oh, well, let's just do that.
Okay.
So he can attack and then aid, right?
Aid is a complex action. It's 2 actions. They had to step, but if they were not moving,
right, yeah.
Yes.
He'll aid. Gets a flank bonus still for the aid, right?
Correct. Plus Bard Song. It's AC 10. I imagine we're at don't roll a 1 stage.
Yeah, it's don't roll 1.
Okay.
All right.
So on the first attack, because he's threatening in melee.
24.
Yep. Arrow goes into the guy's elbow.
27.
Goes into the other elbow, so he's got 2 arrows right into the elbow pits.
Creatures are AC 21. Oh my god, these creatures are terrifying.
and then you staple the back of his hand to his own weird staff. So that's 3.
Just for reference, how dead is he? 45 damage dead.
You only can attack twice.
Oh, you're right. So the last.
Unless he's got rapid shot.
Oh, does he?
I don't know. No, he's got precise.
Okay. So take off. Looks like
9, 3,
Oh, no.
so 12. 33 damage. That's still bad. 47 damage against the priest. Drops him to minus 20. So no, it was going towards his hand, angled up into his head, and killed him.
Oh, good shot there, Ghost. I would have liked to talk to him, however.
Junker just growls at Chagga.
Oh, all right, thank you too, Junker. Oh, my. We're testy, are we?
Dog, priest, leeches. We've got these 2 uncontrolled skeletons.
Yep.
They just happen to kind of step a little bit. And one of them do unarmed damage to self, non-lethal. Undead are not subject to non-lethal, so yeah, it banged into Los a little bit, and then kind of banged into the side of the archway, but then turned itself around, and it's still attacking Los. Los laughs at it, and he attacks the injured one. Oh my goodness, Los! Don't be in agony. All right. He misses, but doesn't critically miss.
Ding, ding. Could you help me a little bit?
Alright. Keep your pants on.
Okay, Alistair is now... You see the little kid. The little kid must know this place. He seems to come out of a different doorway, and he's like peeking over and looking to see what happens. Like he wants to see the rest of the fight. He locks eyes with Barnabus. He just gives you a look.
Alright, our little boy. Stay there.
He pouts it when you call him a little boy. Alistair, then Chagga.
Oh, I suppose we should go help him. Very interesting power with your familiar... Oh, all right, Junker.
Chagga's going to come in and charge the skeleton. He's going to swing the masterwork club. He hits. Club does 1d6.
1d6, yeah.
Plus 1, and Chagga's strength, I believe, is like 14. Yeah. Chagga, like, bull rushes through the skeleton. Like Kool-Aid Man's his way through the skeleton. Roar! Tower shield, armor, his largesse, the club. He just flails his way through the skeleton. Los's eyes widen for a moment, but then he gets rained upon by a bunch of bones as the skeleton gets scattered across him. Barnabus?
Barnabas is going to take a step back and magic missile the last skeleton.
Okay, 2 quills of force go flying unerringly into the skeleton's skull.
5 damage.
5 damage, it is bloodied. Huge chunk of the skull and the jaw come flying out of the flying off the skeleton, landing in your grease spell behind there. Ghost and Junker. They can move up to there if they want.
Yeah. I don't know how much damage the Junker is going to throw an alchemist. Can do that, can't he? He's that kind of alchemist.
No, he's vivisectionist, so he can do.
Oh, right. They don't get that. No, he'll attack with his spear. There's a chance he can do some damage. Plus. C19
hits.
So 2 damage after DR.
2 damage. The skeleton is hanging on by a necromantic thread.
Actually, that should have been plus 9, so plus 4. This one. Missed.
Yeah, the second swipe ends up with half the ribcage around his own spear, and he just flings it off into the darkness.
Oh, he doesn't get another attack.
No.
Get that one. And
Ghost gets 2 attacks.
Yep.
He has precise shot, so he can fire into melee with no problem.
C31.
Pegs the thing off if you can do 1 damage. He knocks the skeleton's skull off its shoulders. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, with the momentum of the arrow, it goes through its eye into the back of its skull and kind of carries the skull off of the creature. It staggers around for a while and then makes a bunch of clinking noises as it splays across the tiles. The rat swarm will just simply the rats kind of all stop moving and then slowly dissipate until there's one little whiskery, twitching rat left, and it makes a little peep sound, goes running through Barnabas's legs, and then up the side of Junker's armor, disappears into his in the cowls of his cloak. Junker seems to not really talk very much. He just kind of growls at things. However, Ghost it is the talker. At least that's what. Well, he's at least quiet.
All right, is that it? Is that it? Where's that little one? Where'd he go?
Oh yes. Chagga comes over. He hands the he kind of flips the thing in his hands. You're surprised that Chagga can use weapons well. He just hands it back to you.
When did you pick this up?
You gave it to me.
No, I mean, he takes the club and just like taps his plate. This.
Oh, yes. My family is a family of, warriors. They used to dress me up in armor for training, which was very much me just standing there while my brothers beat me with sticks. You'd learn a thing or two after your 12th or 13th beating.
Well, sounds hardly educational.
Okay, Chagga.
I haven't met Lloes before.
No. Chagga does a thing that actually surprises you. He had some bones and cobwebs on him, and he casts prestidigitation with ease, even though he's wearing splint mail and has a tower shield.
Knowledge Arcana?
Yes.
Arcana plus 14. 17.
He would have to be some sort of master eldritch knight to dissuade that much, to get through the disruptive power, the disruptive energies of steel to magic. Or he's wearing all mithril. Yeah, you don't know what the answer is, and I suppose not knowing an answer to a thing probably bugs a man like Barnabas.
Yeah. And Barnabas' business not subtle about his frustration. What the fuck was that? How do you do that?
A simple cantrip.
Can't trip my ass. Talking about the magic.
Chagga smiles. I've got a few tricks up my sleeves.
That's not a fucking trick. That's a fucking miracle is what that is, given what you're wearing. You're wearing a fucking castle.
He just taps a finger to his head.
Let's just say that not all magic is arcane.
Yeah, I'm well aware of that.
It's good to see you, Barnabas. How long has it been?
5 years, at least.
What are you doing down here? You're dressed like you should be at a party, but you're all full of cobwebs and you're dirty.
Oh, I caught myself in a bit of a misunderstanding with one of the Urncaster's.
Oh. It is
As recompense, I'm supposed to help them out every now and then. Think, given my high level of education, they will be asking me to be sorting things. No, they want me to carry fucking things.
Hey,
Outrageous.
fancy man, what's in there? And Los is like cocking his head over towards the where the skeletons came, where you guys came from, sort of thing.
Oh, that's well, that's leeches.
The what?
Leeches. giant fucking leeches?
It's the halls of initiation.
Alright, creepy little boy, come here.
Shakes his head.
Oh, he's been following us around while we've been wandering into undeath. You see, we've come down. And
Chagga is actually like taking a knee and wiping his brow, his sweaty brow, with like a handkerchief, and you notice that he's got a little pouch that he opens up, and he's got like little bits of sliced cheese and some olives, and he's like he pops some cheese into his mouth.
you see, Lloes and I, we're old acquaintances.
Yeah. Chagga and I have been at a few of the same parties.
I see.
Yeah, I'm the Dune family, and Lloes is from the Lutrenjiks.
I guess knowledge local.
Knowledge local. Yep. Yeah, you think they're both syndicate families. You know Dune is. Lutrenjik, you'd have to check a list that you probably have somewhere. Your family probably has somewhere.
Alright. Well, it's a pleasure.
Well, we both received an invitation from our families that in 2 days hence we're supposed to come down here for a special birthday celebration.
Well, I don't mean no disrespect to you or your family, but just based on what little I've seen on the hieroglyphs here, it sounds like a bad idea.
Yes, let's just say that my family and I don't get along. This is the sort of place they might send one to disappear.
Well, you wouldn't so much disappear, I don't know. Might just be, I don't know, possessed or something.
My sister came down here. A long time ago. I could feel her. I smelt her perfume.
Yeah, well, condolences, lad.
Lloes. Call me Lloes.
Alright, those. Barnabus, what's he got for damage? I feel like I missed some damage on him.
These are two new friends, Chagga and Ghost.
Alright, I got a little bit of healing right now, but that's gonna be the end of it.
I do have some healing as well.
Alright, that's right. You'll right. You the
You just saw him channel negative energy.
Yeah, I don't want any of your particular healing, I don't think.
Don't worry, the pattern's in the weave, I can see. I can switch it.
It is a fancy trick.
Oh, yes.
Crafty in your old age, Chagga.
Not very old, but older than when we took those quite dreadful classes together.
He's going to channel positive energy twice. These are only d6s though, for a total of 5 to everyone in the group. I will grab the rats.
Right.
The familiar. So the familiar lost. The swarm had 27 damage, which means 12 damage was actually on the rat. I will mark the 5 off, so it's got 7 damage right now. And then Lloes.
Pretty nasty for that rat.
Yep, Chagga's completely healed.
That's about all the healing I have. I do have a wand, however. I would rather save it. Unless we intend on doing more down here.
Yeah, we should go and see what's in there.
You want to go in there?
You'll die if you go in there.
That's pretty. Almost seems like the bloody point of the place.
You're supposed to go in there.
Well, I'm not supposed to go in them.
Not you. Those two.
He is about to little one, isn't he?
And another one. You're early.
What's your name?
Alistair, what's your name?
My name is Professor Darby.
Professor?
Oh, Alistair, do you have a surname?
I'm not a sir.
Okay, so I will add that to the loot. One of the priests will have a wand of hide from undead.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yay!
Master.
Okay. Maybe we ought to have a look around before you go. You head in anywhere.
Before I what?
Not you.
Oh, where did you come from? What do you mean? I live here.
He makes a scary face and then goes running away.
You know, it's children like that why I just hate to embarrass.
Barnabas, you got a when the child was looking when he was standing there, you got a good look at some of his clothing.
Okay.
Give me a knowledge nobility.
Okay. $26.
He was wearing a fancy Urncaster Family amulet.
That thing might be an Urncaster.
He's definitely not human.
Knowledge
Knowledge
nature?
nature?
Yep.
$32.
Hagspawn.
Based on the
They're-
eyes, shape of the head,
They've
skin palette, hagspawn.
they've got the worst name for this race ever. It's called Changeling, but there's nothing about the
don't
race.
change
They don't
that, I know.
change shape. Like, so they're Hagspawn. He's wearing an Urncaster symbol, and with your nat 20, there's something about his physiology. He's childlike, but you see telltale signs that he may have some affliction where he's much older and just simply didn't age.
Alright. Might be something else wrong with him as well. Leave it to an Urncaster to lay with an egg.
Ooh. Yeah, no wonder they leave them down here. They really like crypts, don't they?
Yes, but they don't live down here. The dead are down here.
Oh, they left the little freaky bastard down here.
Oh, so... Alistair, would you like some cheese and some cheese?
He eats the last olive and some cheese.
How about some cigarettes and some bourbon?
Okay, you hear him creeping back. He's actually, he ran over to the stairs. He's coming down. He goes over and pokes the guard.
That is a morbid little shit, isn't it?
He's poking at the guard's wound.
Alright.
He whispers to the guard, but he whispers really loud because it's part of the spell. He goes, "Bleed!"
Nasty kid.
Oh. Chagga shuffles with his castle of armor around him, just so he could lean on his sideways leaning tower shield, and he's just like looking at the kid, whispering to Barnabus and Lloes.
Something wrong with that boy.
He might know more about what goes on down here.
Oh, I imagine he does.
How come
Hey,
the...
Alistair.
Yes, that's my name. Don't wear it out. Don't wear it out. Yeah.
He wanders over. He's looking at the torches. He doesn't seem afraid of you guys anymore. He's cautious though. He grins at Junker, and Junker's like,
How long you been down here?
What do you mean?
You seem to know your way around. Fighting about.
This is my home.
How old are you?
How old are you?
Oh, see, I'm 33.
33 times 3? You're 99? You must be with a stupid beard like that. Let me give you a shave.
Yeah, I think not.
You're funny. You're not supposed to kill people down here. They might get cursed.
I didn't kill no one. Leeches, on the other hand, they had a right treat with Edric there.
Leeches? I haven't been in there in a long time. They locked it up. There's a big guy in there.
Big guy.
Yeah, a big rotter. He's supposed to be your test. He's got all the answers.
I see.
So, you've been down here for a long time, I get it.
he looks up at Chagga.
You're fat,
Oh yes, thanks for noticing.
and you've got rats. We're not rats.
Says Ghost.
Yeah.
Junker. Alistair hops back from Junker and then laughs.
You think you're scary, don't you? I'm fear itself.
Are you now?
Yes, I get it from my mother's side.
And who might your mother be?
His face twitches a little bit.
She got a cousin.
3 by 3.
Yep, definitely a hagspawn.
You're a know-it-all.
Oh, I've been called worse.
What are you doing down here? You should go through the test. There are 3 of you now. Let's go do the test.
Oh, yeah, a bit early, Alistair. Perhaps we should rest before going in here. We've got 2 days before the celebration's supposed to happen.
Oh, to celebrate. You're not going to be the same after the celebration. You should enjoy your time down here. Do you want to play a game?
Sure. What game you want to play?
Okay, I'll go get the bones. Stay here.
It's running
I was
off.
hoping they'd say hide and seek. They just let them hide for 5 days.
Ghost actually snickers at that. And he's like poking at wounds. He shows you some of his blood, and like he's asking you, like, do you have healing still? At least you think.
Oh. Oh, little guy. Look at you. So vicious, but so little. Oh, come here. I cast Cure Light Wounds.
Nice.
His bard repertoire for 7.
Okay, that closes most of the wound.
Oh, tied you over.
Hey, this is Los. One of them got me right here.
How bad is it?
6 damage.
Alright.
He's got 26 hit
My
points.
rescue, least I could do. 8.
Oh, much better. Thank you.
Mark that off.
Junker asks something of Ghost and Nezumi. Los seems to respond instead. I think Los just speaks Nezumi, which is cool. Yep. Yeah, I don't know what this big thing is. Maybe the kid will finally tell us when he comes back.
Oh, yes, strange to leave children running around down here. I wonder how the
Maybe we can make, let's make it a condition of winning whatever game he brings us.
letting him win?
No, we win. He tells us what
Oh,
this big rotter is.
I
He
suppose.
wins. No, whatever. He's a boy. Sort of.
All right. There's something wrong with him, says Chagga.
Yeah. I think he's been a boy for quite some time. Some kind of curse, maybe.
You mean he's old?
Says Ghost.
Maybe.
What sort of treasures do you think are in there?
Dusty ones.
He says in Nezumi to Junker.
Hear that, Junker? There's treasure in there.
Ah, I understand why they're called changelings now. Because they eventually turn into hags.
Oh,
Okay, so we'll just call them hagspawn.
Well, why don't we take a rest here and have a look through some of these things?
Alistair
sounds good to me.
comes back with a box.
Oh, what you got there, lad?
Bones.
He hands the case to you.
He opens it up.
There is a domino set. It looks like they've been carved from bones.
Knowledge nature? Can I tell what kind of bones?
Sure.
I'm sure it'll be a difficult roll. But 25?
Definitely humanoid bones, predominantly humans.
Oh, look at this. They're people games.
We've got a set rules for the game.
Alright.
I get to play. If you all play, I get to play as if I'm 5 people.
He wants to play 5 hands on his side if you guys play 5 hands on your side. Which seems ridiculous.
Yeah, how about you play us one at a time?
I normally play lots of hands.
He probably plays with himself.
Yeah.
This kid's funny. He's staring angrily at Los.
Alright, how about me and Chagga will play you. You can play 2 hands on your side.
Deal. Now what are the stakes? We
What do
are.
you want from us?
Well, I want. I want your rats. They amuse me. Yeah,
I think that's a
You-
no.
you give me your rats, and I will. If you lose.
Ghost just...
Yeah, apparently that's not going to happen. Let's draw about when you lose.
I don't lose. I never lose.
Of course not. You only play with yourself.
That's not true.
Oh, really? Who you play with?
There are plenty of things down here that can play.
You see he's fumbling with his amulet.
Play with ghosts?
How do you think I've learned how to scare people?
He's going to try to intimidate Barnabas.
Alright.
This is with the -4 for being one size category smaller. He gets a 27 on his intimidate.
What the fuck?
Oh, the way his eyes dilate and he reveals his slightly sharpened teeth, and there's just an unnatural pallor around him.
Alright, this kid ain't fucking right.
He's now then sitting down, he's putting the dominoes out.
Alright, but if we win,
You
you're
win.
gonna tell us what that rotter is.
All right. I'll tell him.
You notice he glances at Dune, Chagga.
Now, if I win, what are you going to give me? Something from each of you. If I win, you help me.
And what on Volcanica you need help with?
Let's just say that my family came down here a long time ago and locked up some of my things. I can't get at them alone. The thing that is down there is too smart.
Are we talking about the rotor?
No, that one's dumb.
Oh, it's another thing then.
But he holds the answers. Is that a deal? You and your friend, and you bring the rats and the mouthy one,
Oh, alright.
and you help me get my things. My nice suit of armor and my weapon?
You got a suit of armor and a weapon.
Yes, they were a gift, and they took them away from me because they said I did a bad thing, and I didn't do anything bad. I swear.
Yeah, they sent him to his room.
I swear, and you notice his hand slips behind his back when he says, I swear.
Do I need to make a sense photo?
No, he's crossing his fingers.
Yeah.
He looks over at the dog.
Reason.
I didn't think you're still alive. Bleed.
Oh, it's just a fucking dog. Oh.
Don't like dogs. It came down here and barked at me.
Yeah, it's kind of what dogs do.
Yeah, this is my home. I didn't invite you here. Now play the game!
You best mind your tone. Not gonna make any friends that way.
He thinks for a minute. Give me a... That wasn't really intimidating. You can do an intimidate or diplomacy.
I do diplomacy.
You can add 2. You've humored the kid and are willing to play a game with him.
13. There's no pleasing you.
No, he's now putting out the tiles, and you guys are going to play the game. I think Dominoes is an int game plus luck.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played Dominoes before.
I've played dominoes. It's there's some strategy behind what you've got and what you're assuming other.
Okay, we'll do opposed int rolls 3-way. He gets 2 rolls because he's playing 2 hands.
Sure.
He gets a 11 and an 18, and it'll be best of You have to get to 3 wins first. Chagga is, I think, more wisdom than int. Yep.
Let's see. Sorcerer priest. Oh, I did.
My second hand wins, my right hand wins, my left hand. Oh, tie is the second place, tied for third. So I get 1 and 3, and you are the loser. Know it all.
Oh, he was cheating.
I'm not cheating. Some of the spirits down here don't like when you cheat. All right, next hand.
He gets a 16. Chagga gets a 3. He like...
Did you fucking lose a piece?
I don't know. I ended up with all the low ones.
I win again! You're going to help me. You're going to help me against the smart one.
He smiles, and during his next hand, he's doing a weird thing where he's staring at Chagga and kind of bouncing back and forth and humming.
Knowledge something? What the fuck?
When Chagga's about to play, he just manifested some sort of power against Chagga. Chagga gets a will save. Chagga fails and has a misfortune.
Knowledge arcana.
Yeah.
Oh, 23.
Even though misfortune, I believe, is it D20 rolls? Or is it
I
attack
think so,
rolls? Yeah. You notice that Chagga fumbles with some of his dominoes and plays the wrong way. And with a 23, the little kid just hexed Chagga with misfortune.
We got ourselves a little curse board right here.
Oops! A tile laid is a tile played.
Oh, I didn't mean to drop it that way, but I suppose.
And you notice Chagga, like, now scrutinizing the little kid who's lording over his potential win on the last round. So Chagga got 11. The kid's got a strong hand. He's been playing dominoes down here for a long time.
Nope.
6, 7, 8, 9. 9 beats 7. 9 is the power number. It is the number of power 3 by 3.
I thought you said spirits don't like cheaters.
Ha ha ha. I'm protected because I'm special.
That remains to be seen.
I'm very special. They said so. They say I have to stay here and learn the secrets from all the little spirits and all the little ghosties and all
Who
of
told you
the...
that?
My family did.
Oh, you always do what you tell?
No. Do you?
Oh, hardly ever.
Oh. Oh. That's why you're down here. That's why you're their whipping boy.
Oh, yeah, until I put them in the fucking drink, eh?
He just laughs at them.
Do you need to get rid of the bodies?
I don't give a shit.
Urncasters are coming here 2 days, you said? Oh, they're going to have a special ceremony at someone's birthday! You're going to like this. Although you could come and ruin their surprise if you want. You just have to go through the Hall of Initiation. The Rotter's in there, and he holds all the answers. I've said too much. I want to see how smart you are. I can't give you all the answers. The Rotter is a big, big dummy. Oh, but he could smash a scullion if he wanted to, and he's been spiked so many times. He can't see me because I'm protected.
Every time he mentions protection, he's touching the amulet around his neck.
Okay. Alright. Maybe we'll go in the morning.
What? Oh. You're sleepy.
That's right.
He looks around.
This might be a safe spot to sleep.
Oh, I was thinking up there, like the place he saw him earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Fine. But you help me. But if you die in there... no, you should probably go see what's in there. Those two, anyways.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to help you.
You're Dune. You might meet some family in there, Dune.
Pardon me? Some of my family down here?
I heard your name being spoken. I think the big thing in there has something to do with your family. You're fat, it's fat.
Oh, yes. All fat things are related to me. Oh, seriously. If he's not a child, he's definitely dull.
I'm sharper than you are, fat man.
Alright, alright. Ease up. So I'll try and get along on the safe side, more or less.
I help you, we play games. You help me. That means we're friends.
Sure.
Does that mean I'm friends with the rats? The rats that kill?
Well, that's not up to me.
Do you think they'll let me pet them on their little rat heads?
There's
That
junkers.
sounds like a no.
We'll get a pet in. Losers, put the game away.
He says, kicks at the at the dominoes.
Tired of putting the game away.
Again, not how you make friends.
Okay, he goes and sits amongst the bodies, like he's just not worried. He's just not disturbed by them. Ah, that kid's fucked up. Says
Oh shit.
He's been living down here for who knows how long. He definitely got into my head, which is a very rare thing to do. I did mean to play it on the 2 instead of the 1.
you still would have lost.
Oh yes, but I meant to get 2 instead of 1.
He's got tricks that. Anyway. You two interested in going in there?
Curiosity has got me. I'd rather know what my family has in store for me before they make me go in there. At least we'll be able to do it without anything nipping at our toes.
Maybe I can see what we found a wand.
Yeah, you guys found a lot of things. If you're going to take some time, you can identify magic and have a look at
I
it.
have identified.
Nice. I'm going to copy pasta some of the treasures that you get off of these priests. However, that one priest's gear, it's in the drink.
Yep. That's. I'm comfortable with that.
Okay, so I'm going to paste this into the party treasure and loot. And then there are some things we need to roll, because I didn't finish rolling them.
Fair enough.
Okay, so the priest had a masterwork sickle. He had that weird staff, like just the grotesque staff. He had some unholy water. I think one of you does have detect poison as a cantrip. There is poison in one of the vials. Masterwork chain shirt. No, he had masterwork breastplate. Masterwork steel shield, 4 darts, the silver phosphorite holy symbol, a wand of doom, which you're able to identify quite easily, because it's like DC 6, no, 16 to identify.
Yeah.
And then the wand of hide from undead. The doom has 30 charges, the hide from undead has 25.
Okay.
The guardsman had 3 potions. Looking at your spellcraft, you're pretty good at this. Bull strength, cure moderate wounds, and enlarge person. 4 javelins, the masterwork great axe, a masterwork sap, the masterwork breastplate, a sack, a gold necklace, some gold coins, and then they had gathered up some treasure, and basically I've got the treasure roller that I need to roll in. I've got that app on my desktop. Okay, a CR2 horde is... What?
We will take those robes of the Archmagi.
No, I rolled a CR2 horde and must have got like hundreds on the value.
Okay.
1,100 gold coins and a masterwork adamantine scale mail.
That doesn't sound right. But we'll take it.
That's insane. I must have rolled like 100 in the generator behind the scenes.
Because that's...
That's CR2? I don't know if you could see the screen, but... that was the roll.
Okay.
We can handle it, okay?
Okay, we'll take it.
Alright. We'll say the fucked up skeleton was wearing some really nice armor. And it was like getting caught, and
Alright.
it was buried in some very impressive plate. The gold coins were things that we're going to change this into gold and silver jewelry.
Okay.
1,100 gold pieces worth. Like, this is stuff that that came off of bodies. Like, they may have done a little bit of looting themselves.
Okay.
That was the CR2. Now I'm almost afraid to generate the CR5 horde.
CR5.
Which, now if I click on horde... Yeah, here's a much more appropriate CR5 horde. The CR5 horde ends up being 900 gold pieces worth of jewelry, a brass inlaid mug, a brass mug inlaid with jade, a couple of velvet masks with citrine gems, another brass mug, and a +1 hand crossbow. not a bad
Not
haul.
turning that down.
Nope, nope. So yeah, you spend part of the evening looking through treasures and gathering up some of the gear. Alistair does disappear a couple of times. You get the sense that he might live up here somewhere. Some hardtack is shared. Chagga eats the rest of the cheese.
Do you have any idea what we're about to walk into?
Well, through that room there is a pool of water, within which is a swarm of leeches, the likes of which you ain't never seen.
Huh.
There is some sort of like a ladder going across. Probably supposed to use it for handholds. Not my cup of tea, really. It is what it is, though. I figure you throw some of these bodies in, maybe them leeches get their fill. Maybe they're not so eager to come after what falls in the water.
Yeah, yeah, all right. Junker, Ghost, you want to give me a hand? The two Nezumi help Los drag the body of the dog and the two humans. I guess the third human is already inside. You scatter the bones a little bit, make a little bone pile. They don't toss them into the water yet. They just sort of set them up top. Yep.
Oh.
Alistair eventually comes back. He put the game away.
You go in and deal with your... with the Guardian. He has all the answers. You deal with him. Go get your riches. And then you are going to help me.
Oh, I thought I was supposed to help you.
We'll see. You and the rats can help Alistair.
Yeah, alright, lad.
With your little magic missiles.
Oh, you know what spell he cast?
Yes. I know lots of things.
Oh, this little boy knows magic himself, I'm guessing.
Wouldn't you like to know? Wouldn't you like to know? Boo!
Fucking creeper.
Los settles in and tries to get a nap. He seems after the combat a couple of times you've seen him like catching his breath, and like when he's not doing stuff he's kind of lounging around like he's always taking a sit.
Alright, he's watches him.
Yep.
He doesn't know the guy, so...
Chagga takes off his armor and then puts on a undershirt of chain shirt.
I swear, you got even bigger since the last time I saw you.
Oh, yes, I'm rather big boned.
Big boned. Got giant ass bones, what you got?
Muscles under here, I swear it.
Big belly bone, too.
Oh, yes, it's the biggest bone of all. It would help if we knew what sort of beastie we might be facing tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see if we can convince little Lord Alistair. Part with a bit of information.
Lord Alistair, I like the sound of that. You may call me that from now on.
Yep.
Alright, Lord Alistair. What's this big rotter?
He's a big rotter.
Well, that's it's just a big zombie.
Yeah,
I see it.
he's really big.
I don't know why we're supposed to be so scared of a big zombie, because, you know, my character never saw that last few episodes of Grimston.
He's a really big zombie. And you're gonna have to face your fears.
And what's after that?
Let's see if you get by the leeches.
Leeches, I think we got that taken care of.
Crypts. I don't know what they locked in there.
Aye. My little lord. We
Yeah?
don't make it out, you don't get no help.
I could always ask the Urncasters when they come back. Maybe they've
Oh,
come...
you mean the ones who locked you up here and took your things in the first place? Yeah, I'm sure they'll be right eager to give them back.
He thinks for a moment. They've forgiven me by now.
Really? You think he was here to say, it's okay, little Alistair, come on with us? Of course, you ain't never been home, have you?
I've got a room.
Yeah, you got a room here.
No,
Or, like it or not, the unwanted child. Or the outcast, the black sheep.
you don't know what you're talking about.
When's the last time someone from your family came down and said, Alistair, don't worry, we love you.
Ah!
He's now casting a spell.
Spellcraft, I guess?
Yep. DC 17.
Okay, can't really fail, so.
Okay, he's casting Cause Fear at you.
Can I punch him? To disrupt? I don't know.
I guess initiative is what the...
I'm guessing I didn't get that.
No, his initiative modifier is +4. No, he got off the spell. You're like, Cause Fear, oh shit, and then will save.
So, 21.
Okay, so Cause Fear, you're shaken for 1 round. And then he kind of scrambles back from you a little bit. He's seething as you pushed a bunch of buttons.
Alright, you little shit, you don't get angry with me, because it's not nice to you. It's your family that done this to you, not me. Maybe if you're a good little lord, we'll take you out of here when we leave.
Okay, he'll all anger for a moment and frustration just disappears in his face. He seems like shocked.
You take me out of here? But the Urncasters will be mad at you.
He points at the bodies in the other room. You think that's not going to be a bit upsetting?
Oh yeah, you killed them. I almost forgot.
It's almost like he doesn't register death as a thing that isn't normal.
Yeah, okay.
You are my friend.
That's right. Friends help friends.
And I've got a little secret for you.
Well, do tell, I do love secrets.
Tomorrow, if you make it past the big boy, I'll tell you, and just you.
Alright. Pinky swear.
He looks delighted. He goes and gives you a pinky swear.
Alright then.
He's grinning at you. You're really creepy.
In his own head, he's going, I understand why they keep him here. I understand why he's not at the family parties. why he's not invited to Christmas.
Yeah. The rest of the party seems to keep their distance. I think the next day, unless there's a wandering encounter, we'll say there's a 10% of an encounter. Nope. You guys can re-prepare your spells as 8 hours goes by, and you think it's early morning.
Okay. Oh, give Chagga the wand of hide from undead, because we can use it tomorrow, we know that much.
Cool.
Oh yes, this spell is very interesting. Keep in mind that we will not be able to use it and attack.
Yeah, I understand that, but we can use it. Figure out the best way to attack, or if we even fucking need to.
We could probably use it to get a good drop on the creature, to position ourselves well.
Yeah, more than likely.
Thank you, Alistair, for telling us what we are facing tomorrow.
I don't like that giggle, says Los.
It's not a good deal.
I dreamt of my sister last night. She's here. Los shows you a braid in his hair.
Oh, I take it you didn't put that there.
I didn't even brush my hair before going to bed. Unless the rats or Alistair got near me. I had my back against that wall all night.
Last I checked, rats don't have a tendency of breaking hair.
I didn't touch your filthy mane. You're lucky.
Oh, it speaks.
You're lucky Junker didn't. Of course I speak. Junker refused.
No, this is Ghost, yeah.
Of course I speak. How do you think I cast spells? Junker doesn't like using the human tongue. We find your means disgusting. We'd never touch them.
Mind if I ask? I understand what they're doing here, sort of. How it came about, still a bit of a question. You, on the other hand, how'd you end up with these two?
Los raises an eyebrow like he understands what Junker just said to Ghost, but he's not, like, interrupting.
Okay.
Sewers. Sewers leads to grave. Grave leads to, undergraves. We've been down here for a month.
A month, says Chagga.
Yeah. Digging. Hiding. Stealing. Lots of treasures down here. Lots of danger. We never knew about this place. Always hear rumors. When we got old enough, and I learned spells, and Junker trained under the urban druid, we come down here. This is our dream. Come down here, get rich.
Oh, here you are. In paradise.
Bit too dangerous. We hide for several days against the smart undead. Until you come along. Help. Now, we get rich on that gold armor you found.
Yes, the gold armor we found.
Oh, you conveniently failed to mention that, didn't you, Chagga?
Not to mention the adamantine armor we just found. It appears that we might be selling some armor, and we'd all have heavy coin purses.
Don't think you're gonna cut us out just because we're the Zubi.
I would never think of it. You and Junker quite helpful. We stumbled upon that undead rather... Well, we fell through the floor.
Fat man.
Right. Let's focus on getting through tomorrow. And we'll worry about what we sell and where.
My sister's spirit is here. I mean, she died down here. Oh, yes, she did. She did disappear. Barnabus, you are starting to piece things together. You may have gone to university with another person. The person that they're making reference to.
Okay. Wait, your sister... What was her name?
Lois nods, and I made a note somewhere, or give me a minute. Where did I make the note? Or did I make a token? It was a month ago, so you have to excuse me. My sister Lilith. Yeah, you remember Lilith? She was a beautiful woman that attended university at the same time that you did.
I can remember your sister.
She was Barnabus, you're a sorcerer, right?
Yes.
She was a sorcerer, and you think Chagga might also be a sorcerer of some sort. The three of you hung out in university and then went your own ways. She did disappear, however, and there were rumors around her disappearance.
Those rumors were?
That she was sent away by her family. That something happened.
Okay. Give me 2 seconds, I'll be right back.
Yep. Barnabas got a cool token. I like it. I like it a lot. Oh, yes. Perhaps your sister came down here. Oh, my. What dreadful times. Our families are definitely not enjoying our company. I wonder what your family did to displease them so. Oh. Oh dear. I'll just sit here and fret in Chagga voice for a while. Oh my. Oh, the trials of being a Dune. I don't understand. I did turn against my brothers at one time. At one time. They had to be taught a lesson. They couldn't just go on with them beating me as part of their martial training. No. We're Dunes, after all. We don't suffer the slings and arrows of merciless defeat. No, we have too much pride. Too much pride indeed. Amongst other sins, I suppose. Too much pride, however. Syndicate families think themselves imperial, and they try so very hard to act imperial, to pretend that they are next to the emperor himself. But we, as much as we don't want to admit, like the servitor families that squabble for scraps at our feet, we, truly as syndicate, are merely squabbling at the feet of the great royal families. And they themselves, in all their magical might and power, they too are squabbling for the scraps of the emperor's table. Yes. While there may be some disorder to this imperium, it is a structure. It is a pyramid of power. Well, Chagga, you are low on the pyramid, but there's much lower rungs you could be in. Be thankful at this. Be very thankful, but also know that there is room for some of the tiers of the pyramid may appear to be castes. They are not set in unmutable form. They can be rearranged, changed. One can rise in their station. Perhaps the beating that you received from your brothers and your father over and over as a child were preparing you for something. Perhaps we would have never learned of the latent power of your bloodline, of sorcery, of the mind. Perhaps it was merely a bloody nose in the grand scheme of a life. Annoying, yes, were there tears, of course, but the bloody nose stops bleeding, and the tears eventually stop falling, and all of their liquids can be washed away. Curious. I wonder what Lloes did to disappoint his family. He seems like a smart enough chap. Perfect teeth. A swordsman's grasp, a grace. He is a bit weak, but perhaps that is years of him lounging around and enjoying his station. Could that be it? Did he enjoy life too much? I certainly have my vices. Yes, yes, indeed. It is the curse. It is the curse of one with such vices, with a gourmand's tongue. Yes. Oh, this is definitely a soliloquy. You guys could hear him. You just prattle on in Chagga for a while. That's alright. I'm having fun. Yes. What did he do? What was his crime against family, against kin and kind, O Los Lutrenjik? What did they do? such that they want to get rid of you. Oh, another olive.
Did we rest yet?
Yeah, we rested. I just had a 5-minute soliloquy with Chagga talking to himself. It was fun. Now, I will let you talk to yourself as I'm going to, bladder.
My mother is always fucking pissed when she finds out what I did say. I just got a point about my temper. And I do need to rein it in just a bit. Look at all these dead bodies. They're gonna blind me. I need a fucking plan. This is not good. That being said, can't say my curiosity's not a bit piqued as to what they're doing here today. Was under one of the many folds. Oh, what is this? Yeah. So I've personally noticed a little bit of a difference when it comes to combat with this party and the other party. Thank God there's those Nezumi, because those sneak attacks and the way they fight, they can do some damage, but we don't really have a good, just flat out tank or fighter, which is something they need.
Mark, this is fun.
Yes, it is.
Did I mention I like D&D? The Pathfinder 1.0 version. With all of our house rules and fucking 12 years of house rules and bullshit. All right. Yeah, you guys rest. Alistair has got equipment. While it's not necessarily his armor, he is wearing a little suit of leather armor. He's gathered up what looks like the gear of past adventurers, like water skin, backpack, a blanket, some silk rope with a grappling hook. He's got a little dagger on him and a light pick.
Oh, look at you all set to go. You coming with?
Yeah. You knock him down and I'll get him for you.
He shows you the pick.
Alright then.
Tap, tap, tap.
Anyway. Alright, suggestions on how we're getting across this little... first let's feed the leeches. Knock the bodies in.
Okay. Alright, I'm going to move all the tokens over to the other map. We just collect you together, including the bodies. And we'll move to Crypt of Initiation.
Those leeches are so awful.
Yeah, and Fosserite Hedrick is dead. And the barrel mostly emptied, like 99% or 95% emptied into the leech area. And you see a few leeches like swimming around, but they're not agitated at this point in time. There are pillars in the middle of the room. The ceiling is low. The ceiling is quite low here, and you do see that the hand grooves do have little bars. Like if you were strong enough, you might be able to somehow like hand over hand across from one side to the other. Then there's the ledge. In some spots, the ledge is broken away, but there is a thin ledge. And then you can see the ladder in the water, and then the two stilts. You're muted.
Yeah, if I'm being completely honest with myself, I'm not going to be good at any of this.
Oh, there are leeches down there, are there?
The grief spell is gone at this point.
Yeah.
But the body sort of half floating in the water, like it's down below. It's partially floating. His armor and other equipment might be dragging him down. And he's all chewed to hell.
What about?
I can get across, says Los.
What about the barrel?
The barrel's a good sized barrel.
Can we plug that tap hole?
Yep.
Maybe use one of those stilts to
So you're gonna try to
photo
you're gonna try to barrel ride.
barrel ride across?
Yeah, you might be able to plug it and go on top, or you might be able to take the top off and hop in with the plug in.
Take
And
the top off and hop in.
okay,
Is it big enough for that, or?
it is. It would be a bit of a squeeze for Barnabus and Los. Chagga's not fitting into the barrel just by his girth. Alistair could definitely ride the barrel. So could the two Nezumi. Have you pushed the bodies in yet or not? I heard
Yeah,
you.
we did.
Okay.
We did.
So you dumped the bodies in which side?
To the south side.
Okay, the leeches do respond. They don't respond as quickly as before. Before you dumped a barrel of, cows or pig's blood into it, but some of them are coming over and they're eating at it, and once a few of them are eating, some more come out. Like you're very quickly, or not quickly, you're slowly gathering the swarm of leeches here.
Okay.
It may take some time for you to actually have the swarm form, and they're definitely interested in
In the bloody body.
Yep.
Alright, prestidigitate the blood out of the barrel
Okay.
so we don't get any on us in case we fall in.
It's not a full-fledged swarm yet, but I'll just put them here just to let you know where the leeches are. You've pulled the barrel back. You've prestidigitated.
Oh, should I get rid of my heavy armor for these?
I'd recommend it. Yeah,
Okay.
unless you can fly.
Chagga's going to spend the 10 minutes or whatever undressing himself out of his armor. You notice that Ghost and Junker's rat is simply moving around the ledge.
I'm envious right now.
Rats have climb speed, so he's just able to go around the ledge and just waits on the other side. Alistair is also going to attempt to do the ledge. It's like he's done this before. Let's see what his acrobatics is. Yep. He is able to... He's like shimming. And his small size, and not wearing heavy armor, he's able to shimmy. Ghost sees this and starts to go on the other side. Ghost's acrobatics check is plus 11. Yeah, he's doing this like a champ. Junker
About the same.
has a plus 7. He's able to a little bit slower, but he's following Ghost to the other side.
Well, I'm gonna try and roll my way across the barrel. Maybe we can find something on the other side. Help you get across, Chagga.
Yes. Yes. Perhaps I could use these sticks here.
Sure.
Oh,
He looks down at the leeches.
I could try to kill them all from here
How are you gonna do that?
with my the graces of the pattern and the weave.
Chagga's saying he could try to use his 7 per day channel negative energies.
Oh, right. I'll be over here.
Hey, don't worry, I can make it avoid you. Don't be fretful. You should get used to it. Keep in mind that this will take out some of my healing.
Noted, but I think it'll be worth it given what I saw what happened to the last bloke.
And those things are rather big. It may not do the trick.
So it might just agitate them.
Yes, it might scare them away or kill some of them.
He really has no idea how many points a leech swarm has.
Given how much healing we got, can I guesstimate?
Knowledge,
Nature.
nature.
Oh.
Aerial leeches.
17.
His channel was pretty weak. It's hard to say. The swarm is pretty damn tough. Like these things are really mean. Like on their own, they're like leeches about this big, with suckers and poison, and they're just nasty. It will average 4, which is 6 times 7.
Alright. What about you, Los?
Huh?
How are you getting across?
I think I'm gonna try those sticks.
Alright. So I'm the only one in the barrel.
You need help down in that barrel?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind, actually. Barrel in. Oh, just hold my hands, hold my hands. He's very awkward getting into the barrel.
Okay, Los sticks his grappling hook after a couple of attempts into the side of the wall, and then tosses you the other end of the silk rope. The silk rope just dangles down into the water. You can see one errant leech checks out the rope and then just swims past it. It's not interested in the rope.
Slowly but surely pull himself to the other side.
Okay, first I need a craft check for how well you made your little barrel, your makeshift barrel.
23.
Nice.
I made it a masterwork boat.
Is this just your int?
That's just int, yeah.
So even without tools, you got a 21. Yeah, the thing's not even springing a leak. You use the cork from the outside because the pressure. Yeah, you figured out how to keep the water out as opposed to the liquids in by reversing the cork, and then yeah, this is a bit not quite like a boat. Give me a acrobatics check.
Oh, that's what I was trying to avoid is an acrobatics check of any kind. 20.
Nice. You do this really awkward paddling. What are you using for a paddle?
Like his masterwork club.
Okay, you're doing this awkward standing, crouching. You realize crouching's probably better, and you're cutting. Ghost looks at you as he's like chuckling at you a little bit, and Junker just.
Oh yeah, I keep laughing.
All right, with a 20, you bump into the ladder a little bit because it's kind of like somebody had tried to put it up and it slid over time into the water. But yeah, you make it all the way across. Junker and Junker and Ghost. Ghost has a grappling hook on the other side, and he fixes that and puts a rope down for you. Can you make DC 5 climb checks?
I can also fail them.
And what are you doing with the barrel contraption when you're climbing out?
He asked, "Oh, are you sure you don't want to use this?"
You asking Chagga?
Yeah.
Chagga's got no ranks in swim.
How's his acrobatics?
+4. Which means he can't take 10 on the ledge. He can't take 10 in the barrel. And he can't take 10 on the stilts. His climb's +2. He can't take 10 on the climb, so he has to roll.
Yes, Blaze Lord, those were nice rolls, and thank goodness for those nice rolls, because otherwise I would have been in as much trouble as Chagga's gonna maybe be in.
Okay, Los is, you might want to use these stilt things. They look pretty sturdy. I'll take the ledge.
Oh, yeah, you sure there, my boy Los?
Yeah? I'll go around this way. He looks down at the leeches.
Barnabus is going to bring the barrel up in case he's going to use it to get back.
Okay.
I dubbed the SS Bonnie P.
Okay, so how are you climbing out of the barrel, climbing up, and then also bringing the barrel?
No, he's going to climb up and then like go on his chest and grab the barrel.
Okay.
And then insist someone help him because he's pathetically weak.
Yeah, between Junker and Ghost, you're able to pull the barrel up. You're quickly running out of space up here.
Yeah, and then we're going to clear spot for Chagga and Lloes.
Okay, there is a door on the other side.
Any writing or anything on it?
It has
First things first, any magic.
yeah. Okay, so you're taking a moment after you get the barrel up to detect magic. There is a bit of magic up there.
Okay, I will.
There is a pronounced lock, and there's a family crest. It's not a very ornate looking. It's like a metal cast plaque for a family. Los is able to just, with taking 10 with +11, he's able to get all the way across. He's even hanging onto the wall to give you guys room. Chagga thinks for a moment.
I think I should try to get rid of all of you first, he says.
He's going to do 7 channel negative energies at 1d6 per channel, because second level cleric. The will save on these guys is 17, 18? Wow. Half level plus 2 feet plus 1 trait. That's pretty good for channels. Woo!
That's pretty damn good.
Holy shit. Okay. DC 18. Now, they have to roll will saves individually. They only have a +2, so it's only 16s or higher that make the save. 1, 2, 3 make the save. Okay. Let me do some quick math here. The first one is 4 damage becomes 2, then becomes 3 because time and a half. No, sorry. This one becomes 6 because time and a half. The next one, they make the save, so it becomes 3. That's 9 damage after 2. The next 2 are fails, so that's 6 and 6 damage, so that's 12. We're at 21 damage. And then the 3 is the one it passed. So 1 damage becomes 1. It passed a 6, so 6 becomes 3, becomes 4. And then it failed a 6, which becomes 9 damage. Chagga did 35 points of damage to the swarm. And I'm going to copy and pasta how many hit points the swarm has. It has 39 hit points. The swarm has 4 hit points left.
Are you kidding? Come on, John, one more.
I don't have any more. I did kill lots of them. There's a bunch of white, leeched, emaciated leeches floating along the water surface. They're swarming around. They're angry. Like he's agitated the swarm. Let me see if he's got any other AoEs.
Burning hands, something, I don't know.
No. Magic missile. I don't
That's
think.
a single target.
I know. Acid splash. What does acid splash do when it hits water?
It's still a target spell, though, isn't it? It's a ranged touch.
It is a touch.
I don't have anything either.
And they're too small to be damaged by individual weapons.
Was there any oil?
There was oil in the metal torches.
Then let's pour some oil. Pour some oil on them, and then light them up.
Oh, yes, the oil for the torches. I'll be right back. Good thinking. Good thinking, Barnabus. It's good to see you, by the way. We really need to go to we should go to a tavern, the place where we met up a lot.
Yes, yeah, we'll go to a tavern, Chagga. Go get the oil. Chagga seems to be kind of happy that he's got friends, I guess. He comes back. He's definitely strong enough to move things around. Like, he's not useless. He ends up stacking 3 small casks of oil. These were the annoying things that you loaded up into a wheelbarrow and carted down into this infernal place. Chagga with a dagger starts dumping them into the above where the leeches are.
Oh, yes, you're going to have a nice meal of this. At least it might distract you and keep you away.
He comes back with one of the big metal torches and strikes it up and starts burning, and he drops it down into the water. It ignites the oil above the water. It's burning the top of the water. We'll say it does 3 damage to the swarm, which means the swarm has 1 hit point left.
I think I got them. It's hard to tell.
Brackish smoke coming up. He gets on the wobbly stilts. You can hear the the cracking of the wooden stilts as Chagga puts his full weight on it. And then he begins to try to walk across through water on stilts. Give me a second. He makes no progress.
So he's just like.
Yep. Had he rolled less than that, he would have fallen.
Oh.
So he actually swung out and tried to take a step, and then he went all the way back and fell back into the into his initial square, and then catches the stilt. I'll be there in a moment.
Oh, hang on.
I'll be there in a moment.
Hang on. Barnabus will. I think I can inspire confidence. +2.
What are you saying, Chagga?
Alright, Chagga. Lean forwards, not too much. Try and keep them feet right under you. Only move a little bit at a time. You'll be fine. It's all about balancing the center of gravity.
Alright. You can hear the stilts groan. Chagga is like the weight of 2 men. No, more than 2 men. He is 6'2" and 400 pounds. I'm gonna roll a fort save for these for these stilts. Oh! He's gonna make a reflex save. He makes the DC 10 reflex save, so he now is on a stilt where his foot is on one of the cross footholds for the stilt, but the other stilt, the foothold just broke away, and he's now got the pole jammed underneath his armpit.
Alright, you're gonna have to reach up for the handholds. That's it now.
He reaches up and that stilt goes into the water, and now he's gonna have to monkey his way across with climb checks. Are you spending another bard song to?
I will spend another round of bard song for him to.
Okay.
One at a time.
Chagga's climb is his strength, which is +2, -1 for armor check penalty for his armor, +1 for the bard song.
+2 for bard song.
Oh, cool. So I think that comes to a +3. Handholds on a vertical surface, I think, are still DC 20. Well, I still don't think
They can't be. Monkey bars aren't DC 20. Children do that.
Give me a second. Let me look at climb.
Is it like monkey bars or is it handholds?
It's handholds.
Okay.
No, it's handholds with bars. Like, there are bars in each of the hand grips. Or the, Okay, so, a knotted rope against a wall is DC 0. Okay?
Okay.
An overhang or ceiling with handholds but no footholds is 30.
I don't think they mean...
No, I'm not saying it's DC 30. So let me see how we got to 0 from a wall. Just a regular old wall is 15. So having the proper handholds reduces by 15. Okay, so this is a DC 15 climb check.
Okay.
Which Chagga can't...
He can't quite... Does anyone have guidance? Does he have guidance?
Wait. Oh, he does? He did not prep guidance.
Oh, fuck.
Alright, DC 15 climb check. He makes it!
Oh, I'm doing it! I'm doing it!
And amazingly enough, Chagga is able to hand over hand with several